Hello everyone, this is Mike here with you guys once again, and my series of video game collections for this year continues with my Xbox games. You'll see all my Xbox One games and a lot of my 360 games here. So let's get started. Alan Wake. I got halfway through it, really enjoyed it, but then it got too difficult. Apex Legends, I only got because it was free and I have not played it. I have not played Army of Two. I have not played this game. Played through a little bit of the first Assassin's Creed, and I just stopped because I wasn't that interested. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Played through that a little bit, barely. Have not played this, have not played that. Started to play through Syndicate, and then it got too hard. Thought I was going to like Back to the Future because I usually like Telltale games, but unfortunately there's a lot of frustrating mechanics in this one that don't appear in the future Telltale games. Battlefield 3, I had a lot of fun playing this with my friend. The cool thing about Battlefield 3 was that if you did your tasks like drop ammo or med packs, you never got last place, even if you sucked. So I would just keep dropping them. I got this, but then the single player was too hard and nobody was playing the multiplayer, so that was kind of a waste. I'm not bothered with Battlefield 1 yet. I do need to try it out though. Played through Bayonetta. It was a beautiful work of art. Black Ops 2. Watched my friend play the campaign. No, Black Ops 3. Never mind. I thought it was Black Ops 2. This is Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3. Enjoyed playing with bots. Yeah. I couldn't play with real people because it's harder with the wall jumping and everything. Captain Spirit is just a little teaser for Life is Strange 2, but I enjoyed it. Played this a little bit. It was pretty, but forgettable. I don't even know if I tried this one or not. Black Ops 2, this is the one that my friend played the campaign through. Enjoyed watching him play. But he used to be hooked on this game's multiplayer and zombies. I thought he was a dude bro because he was playing so much COD. Condemned. I played through this a little bit. Got quite a bit of ways in. Need to get back to it. I enjoyed the first Crackdown. I have no interest in its sequels because they're badly reviewed. But I enjoyed playing God mode on this and just having fun with my button. Okay, trying to hold this together. Crazy Taxi was harder than I thought because it looked fun, my button. Has a good soundtrack, but when I was playing through it, I realized that it wasn't as easy to control as I thought. D4, Dark Dreams Don't Die. If you're a David Lynch fan, you need to experience this. Dante's Inferno is a God of War ripoff. Dark Souls, too hard. Dead Space, a really good horror game. Dead Space 3, not so much. Dear Esther was the first walking sim I think to be really popularized, and it started off as a Half-Life mod, like so many games do nowadays. It's a beautiful experience. I highly recommend it. Defense Grid was kind of cute. Deus Ex Human Revolution, way better than its sequel. Really good story, great atmosphere, and thoughtful ideas. So disappointed with the sequel. This was fun until it got too hard, and it was fun for my bun for a while. It's a shame that it got too hard. Epic Mickey 2, Oswald will not cooperate with Mickey in single player. It sucks I have to be the mouse in single player. I wanted to be the rabbit, so please somebody play with me so I can be the bun. Because when you play as the mouse, Oswald, it's the point where Oswald doesn't really help you because he hates Mickey because Mickey sucks, because Oswald's better than him. Yeah, Oswald, boo Mickey. Disneyland Adventures, definitely enjoyed walking through Disneyland. The outside area of the park is a solid replica of the park. So if you want to walk through a theme park, I highly recommend it. But I wish that the attractions indoors were not mini games, but were actually replicas of the attractions as well. I would love that. I played a little bit of this, enjoyed it. Definitely enjoyed playing through this game, but it eventually got confusing. This game is a pretty solid horror game. Now, definitely scarier than other Doom games. Have not played Doom 2. Dragon Age was fun, my bun, and then I died, so I just gave up. And which is sad because I made it pretty far. Started to play this and then it messed up on me. multiple times, so apparently the download didn't not download right or something. I don't know. I could play it on my 360 and try it, but I just don't feel like doing that. But I was enjoying what I played so far. This Evolve was a really good concept, but not enough people supported it because there were too many microtransactions. They were cosmetic, but there was still a lot of microtransactions, and that turned people off. Fable 2, I enjoyed it until I got to a point where I was only able to do evil missions, and I did not want to do that. I want to play as perfectly good. Fable 3 is hard to play, and then I had to pick someone up, and I just never went back to it. Fallout 3 too hard. Fallout Shelter never tried. I played New Vegas for a while, and then I got to a point where where I sort of screwed myself, so I just didn't continue. Basically, I went into a base I shouldn't without the proper outfit, and because I thought I was liked by that faction, and it turned out I was not. Far Cry 3 has a fantastic dark story. Definitely recommend the plot for this. I recommend this game for the plot alone. The padding of the gameplay is a little long, like they kind of padded out too much. But the essentials of the story are phenomenal. This is really cool. Very retro. I haven't even bothered playing this. I suck at multiplayer, so I sucked at Fortnite, of course. Forza Horizon, drove around. I drove around for a little bit in it. It was alright. I forgot I had Forza Horizon 2. I don't know if I even tried this one or not. I have tried this. I like the Drivatar system. This is Gears 2. I need to play because I beat Gears 1. And I need to beat Gears 1 and 2 before I play this. Got halfway through Judgment. Need to get back to it. Completed Gears 1. The difficulty spikes at times, but for the most part, it was a pretty solid experience. Definitely recommend it. Ghostbusters. This is probably the best Ghostbusters game you'll ever play. Goat Simulator is a good time waster. Love GTA 5. Fantastic game. Episodes from Liberty City is pretty good. San Andreas is classic. Love the soundtrack to it. GTA 4, really liked it as well. Again, I just like driving around these big cityscapes. You know, it's a good leisure. Guacamelee too hard. Halo 5 was a game that I felt was a missed opportunity because they really could have done something with Halo with Master Chief versus Locke. But I did like the ending. The ending was good. And it was really easy, which I liked. Halo Reach, it's one of those games I played for a little bit and then just stopped, and I need to get back to. But I want to finish everything in the Master Chief Collection first. Beat Halo 1, too hard in the end, but it's still a good game for all. In the middle of Halo 2. Because Halo 2, unfortunately, is harder because people stab you in the back, literally. Hitman is too hard. Never tried IDARB. Killer Instinct's pretty good. It's a great way to give a lot of flowers to your opponents, if you know what I mean. Killer Instinct 2 I never got into because I never grew up with it because it didn't really have the same impact as the first game. This is, of course, the arcade game of the original, so I definitely recommend it for that reason. Left 4 Dead 2, I gotta change hands because it hurts. My arm hurts. Left 4 Dead 2, I enjoyed killing zombies, but that was back when I cared about zombies. Now it's not so much, but back then when I first played it, I really enjoyed mowing down hordes of them by myself. Yes, there were NPC characters too, but the fact that you can horde down so many zombies on screen at one time is pretty satisfying. Little games are too confusing for me. I did play this a little bit and then I stopped. Never tried this. Life is Strange, highly recommend. Really good, fantastic story. Mafia 2 is good so far. I need to continue that and see where the story goes. Mass Effect Trilogy, my favorite franchise, last generation. Minecraft, Alex loved this game. I really don't like when he plays because he's always killing bunnies or things. Mirror's Edge, the controls were weird. Monaco, I haven't tried. Morrowind, the combat's way too difficult. Even the lowest difficulty setting, I can't even get, like, you lose too much energy really quick. Thankfully, they fixed it with later games. Mortal Kombat X, I was able to beat through the story, and I enjoyed it. Really good fighting game. Murdered Soul Suspect was good until it got too hard and I quit. But it is a pretty interesting game. I do recommend it for curious, daring gamers who want to try something a little different. It's very L.A. Noirish with some supernatural elements. Oblivion I definitely recommend. Skyrim I think is better, but Oblivion is still a solid game. Overwatch is the only competitive shooter that Alex likes, and for good reason. It's a fantastic game, and I love playing as D.Va. I always play as her because of the bunny. If you like Portal, I definitely recommend Quantum Conundrum. Rayman Legends, if you like platformers with cartoon graphics, it's pretty solid, but too difficult for me. I completed Red Dead 1, but not 2. And the reason for that is because Red Dead 2 has survival mechanics where you have to take care of yourself, you have to take care of your horse. Red Dead 2 is more of a survival game, and Red Dead 1 it's not. And so I was able to go through the story of Red Dead 1 with less stress. But what I like about Red Dead 2 is that the story of Red Dead 2 makes the story of Red Dead 1 so much better, because you get attached, you're much more attached to the characters in Red Dead 1 if you play through 2. Roblox is okay, has some pretty fun games, but not really my thing. Rise was too hard. Saints Row the Third is a really good spoof on GTA. Shadow Warrior was alright. Crime and Punishments, if you're a smart person, you might be interested. Me, not so much because I'm dumb. Skyrim, one of my favorite go-to games. I have like 3 different versions of it now. I have one for each current console. So I can play this version with mods, so I can have giant bunnies around. And the Switch version gives me a portable experience, and the PSVR version lets me be in the world. Sleeping Dogs has some pretty good action, but couldn't play through it because, again, too hard. Slime Rancher, the less I talk about this game, the better. Sniper Elite 3 I got for Alex so he could play it. I don't think I tried this. This is like a Sonic racing game. I've not tried it. Spec Ops: The Line, highly recommend the story. Really good, solid plot, and should have got noticed more. The gameplay isn't that great, but the story makes up for it in spades. Splinter Cell Conviction, typical stealth, very difficult for smart people only. Split Second I was disappointed in because the gameplay mechanics were very tedious, much more tedious than they could have been, and should have been. I meant to say. Knights of the Old Republic got too hard after a while, but I really enjoyed it so far. It's a shame too, because I really wanted to complete this one. Battlefront 2 crashed on me, so I couldn't continue playing it, which was a shame, because I enjoyed playing with bots. Subnautica, there are a lot of frame rate issues on land. It runs better in the water, and also there is a glitch. The game glitched out when I was in the Aurora. So if you're interested in playing through the main story, I would not recommend it on console. But if you want to explore the open ocean, I definitely recommend picking this one up. Sunset Overdrive looks really cool. The controls take a bit of getting used to. Has a really good aesthetic and a lot of high energy. Super Hot, I should have gotten this on PlayStation VR, but it was free. Too hard. Need to try it in VR, see if it's easier. Orange Box, must have for Valve fans. Stick of Truth, Alex is much better at it than I am. Walking Dead Season 1 and 2. I recommend both of these if you are a Telltale fan. Really good storytelling here. The Witcher 2, I was stuck where I was forced to do side quests, and unfortunately the side quests were much more difficult than the main story, so I was not able to continue. The Witness, too much puzzles, I'm dumb. Wolf Among Us, highly recommend for its story. Really good plot, really good creative ideas going on there. Titanfall, love playing domination and sitting and camping because you just rack up points that way. And that got me in first place many times. I think they kind of doxed that a bit. Tomb Raider Underworld, too hard. Trials is definitely too hard. And so I'm going to skip those. Trove I got so I can play with somebody, but I don't like it because it's just microtransactions. That's all it really is. I played through the story for this pretty quickly. It goes by fast. Warframe, better than Destiny. Have not tried Warhammer. Watch Dogs. Disappointed with the story for this. It could have been much more about surveillance and much more Minority Report-ish, but they dropped the ball on it. It became basically a vigilante origin story, which was a letdown. But Watch Dogs 2 definitely remedied that. I played this once. It was okay. I tried it and panicked and stopped. I think I just panicked. I don't know if I died or if I just panicked. Anyways, this video was longer because I didn't divide these up into different folders. I don't know how to do that here. Anyways, those are my Xbox games. Stay tuned for my Switch games next.